My name is Heather Vanderford. I'm 27 and I'm entering into phase 2 of Adult Teen Challenge. I remember being like 9 or 10 years old and hearing about God and just wondering who he was, right? And my PE teacher invited me to this youth group. They were doing a car wash. And I went and I absolutely fell in love with the youth group. And that's where I kind of fell in love with Jesus as well. So I started going to church there. It's called Ignite Church in Greenville, and I absolutely loved it. I got a call from the hospital saying that my dad was there. It was his wife at the time, and that he had been in a bad fire. I started partying, doing everything I wasn't doing before because I was playing sports. And at this point, I had stopped playing sports. I gave everything up just so that I didn't have to feel, my emotions and feel a little bit of the anger because they didn't call me to tell me, they're pulling the plug, and they just kind of left me out. And I had so much anger. And I had so much shame because I felt like it was my fault that I wasn't there. And so things spiraled. Ended up getting a lot of legal trouble, and I had a judge. I was 19 years old. I had been in so much trouble. I remember at one time I'd gotten locked up 5 times in a 7-day period. They put me on house arrest for a year, so I couldn't go anywhere unless it was work or school. And then I had probation for 4 years. It got to the point where I had gotten a DWI while all this was going on. I got back into more legal trouble, and I got on probation for it. And so it got to the point where I was using so much that I couldn't go see my probation officer because I knew I was going to fail for a drug test. So I ran from her. I ran from everything, my feelings, my probation officer. I mean, everything. So grace of God. It had to be God, because if there was any other judge there that day, on the day that I went back, I would have been in jail. I got approved to 2 places that were 90 days, another place that was 4.5 months. We called it to my probation officer. They're like, nah, you're not going there. The only place you're gonna go is Adult Teen Challenge, or you'll sit in jail. I remember that night, I hadn't prayed in so long. And it was the night before they were coming to pick me up to take me to Adult Teen Challenge. And I prayed and I was like, God, if this is where you want me to be, and well, at first I said, God, please don't let this be where you want me to be. But if it is, I'll go and I'll complete it. And so waking up the next morning, they had breakfast already. It was getting kind of late. So I was like, oh, they're not coming. They showed up, and I've only been here for 5-6 weeks. And it took me a week and a half to know that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm so thankful for Adult Teen Challenge. I'm so thankful for Miss Kim. She's the absolute best, Miss Alicia, and just the whole team of Adult Teen Challenge. Yeah. And since being here at Adult Teen Challenge, God has it has been a long time since I had these doubts about God. Was he there? Is he real? All these things that not just steered me away from him, but steered me away from church, steered me away from people who went to church. And since being here, it's just become so evident. God does things really funny, and he not throws things in your face, but he puts them right there gently for you to see, like, hey, this is why you haven't been seeing me, because you haven't been looking for me. It's been a complete, I don't want to say 360 yet, but it's definitely been a 180. And I've only been here for 5 weeks, y'all. So 5 to 6 weeks. So there's still a lot of growing to do, but it's just so evident that he has been not only in my heart and in my mind, but he's just working on me in every single part of my life that I didn't even know I needed working on, that I thought I had figured out, but I didn't, that I thought I had in control, but I didn't. So not only has he touched my heart and my mind, but I'm just excited to see what else he has for me. I believe he's calling me into a certain area. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm believing that I will know by the time I leave Adult Teen Challenge.